As we age, a lot of people tend to lose their stability, coordination, and their balance. As children, you can remember that we would be on a playground and have a little merry-go-round and get on and spin around and be all dizzy. And those things contributed tremendously to your growth and development in your youth. I have come up with a series of exercises that will enable you to continue to train yourself that way, continue to cause you to have growth so that each day you feel youthful regardless of your age. You're going to feel younger if you practice these balance, stability, coordination exercises. It can be done, it's not difficult, and it can be fun, fast, and easy.
Stroke by stroke, Stephen Jepson makes his way across the water. At 66, this Sioux City native made his mark as a senior swimmer, winning countless medals in the pool. This time, his route is different.
And I swam right straight down as best I could.
All the way across Spirit Lake. Believe it or not, Jepson's done this before, but he was 16. Now he wants to prove he can still do it.
Jeepson isn't your average retiree, as you could probably tell by his swimming schedule. And there are so many other ways that he keeps active.
Outside the pool, he throws knives, rides a unicycle, juggles, and walks the tightrope. In addition to feeling physically fit, he says his outlook on life keeps him young.
I have a real positive attitude, but I think most people do. I mean, they get up in the morning and they go do stuff, so they think it's going to be okay. And I think it's going to be a lot better than okay.
In all of my research, I've discovered that it's important to train both sides of the body at the same time, both your right and your left hand or your right and your left foot. I do them on a daily basis. I started out just by picking up marbles and dropping them in a bowl, just by taking my toes and picking up a towel on the floor with both feet. I have gotten to the point where I can tightrope walk. I can walk on a loose rope. I can do all manner of things. And you don't need to do this. You can have your own little series of exercises that you build on from what I teach you and what I show you. These things are easy to learn. They can happen relatively quickly. You'll have progress almost from the get-go. Immediately, you'll notice a difference in the placement of your feet, the use of your hands, because you're going to have brain growth. You're going to have increased oxygenation to your brain. All of these things will make you feel better, will make you feel more confident, will contribute to a richer experience of life. I started training my balance just out of an interest, a personal interest, to something fun for me to do. And then I began to read about what could I do to improve my balance, and I found out that balance and stability and coordination are a big problem for people as they age. Fear of falling becomes a very big part in their lives potentially, especially if they have a fall and are uninjured. Then from that moment on, they become afraid to do anything that might bring on or precipitate a fall. And I found out that by practicing some very simple exercises, things as simple as walking heel to toe, like baby steps like we did as children, and I found out that by doing a whole bunch of very easy, simple things like learning to balance on one foot or practicing standing on one foot. Another thing that people can do to improve their balance is while they're sitting in a chair watching TV or at the couch, you can have some marbles. Put them on the carpet, and then I pick them up and put them in a little plastic or steel bowl, stainless steel bowl. And I do that with both feet. Whenever you train one foot to do an exercise or something new, you train the other foot to do it too, so that you're in balance educationally as far as your two feet are going. I frequently say that almost all adults have pretty stupid feet, and they're dominant hand is also not very well trained. It's pretty stupid too. But you can up the accuracy and the clarity and the sharpness of movement just by practicing a lot of these different things that I do. All of these exercises can be started very, very easily and simply. I have designed things that are easy to do, and you do that and build on it. And as you become more and more skillful, you'll find that you'll advance. Things will become easy. Things that were very, very difficult in the beginning, or partially difficult, or a little bit difficult, will become easier as you go along. And I always do this on a little piece of carpeting because, first of all, you could mark the floor, and second, putting that much force on a little tiny part of that plastic could break it. But on the carpeting, this is spread around a little bit. But I made it originally so that I could bring it up and stand on that center of that little piece of pipe and just balance on that, like that. And then I would come to this room and sit and think about my balance stuff and I was looking at that board and I thought, well, what if I put some little, because I do so much with marbles, what if I put some little divots, little holes or depressions in here? I call them divots. Like when a golf ball hits the ground on a green or out in the fairway, it makes a little mark. And there's a little divot that I made with a countersink. And I put 5 of them on there, and I numbered them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the reason that I numbered them that way is to make it the most difficult to move it around. And so I put a marble in the center, and then sitting down, I haven't learned to do this standing up yet, I just break the marble loose, and then using my feet to control the flow of the marble around there's 2, make it to 2. You got to be pretty subtle in your movements with this thing. 3. 4. 5. And back to the starting position at 1. I got very interested in training my hands, to make them more accurate, and all the time I was doing this, I didn't have knowledge of what it was doing for my brain. Then I began to study what exercise and complicated hand movements, training your hands to do relatively complicated things like juggling, turns out to be extremely good for the brain with regard to building new pathways and new cells and making the grooves in the brain deeper and making your mentation and memory, lots and lots of things. My memory has increased dramatically since I began all this stuff. But I made these little things here, and it's just a piece of plastic, and I can put a tennis ball on it, and I can move it around, roll it right to left. But I have made a little, I've marked it off so that I can roll the ball down the different lines, hold it in the center, and I can do it either with my left hand, I can do it with both hands, I can do it with the other hand. And a tennis ball is soft, so it is not so fast as, well, this will be slow. This is a ping pong ball. I can't remember if I've done this on here before, but things with hard surfaces tend to roll very, very fast. And anyway, this is a ping pong ball, and you can learn to control it with both hands. Learn to train your hands, hold it in the center. Anyway, and this is the fastest. This is the fastest thing I can put on here is a marble. And so you try to roll it around, keep it on the lines if you want. You can, as I said, I can change hands. You can stand up and do this, people. You can stand up and you can practice doing this, running this around, balancing on one foot, keeping that marble on, moving it around. You cover one eye. I cover one eye to do a lot of my exercises. That's what I do. I train the right side of my body. I train the left side of my body. I do these things and I come away from the experience just feeling just revitalized and jazzed and juiced. As your coordination, stability, and balance improve, you will feel younger. Keep breathing naturally, because your brain, your body needs the oxygen, and it will contribute to your relaxation, and you'll be able to do these things better. Just breathe naturally as you practice standing on one foot, as you practice retrieving marbles and dropping them in a bowl. Whatever you do, walking baby steps, one toe to the one heel, one foot in front of the other, keep breathing, people. All of this balance, stability, coordination, learning new things will be this positive force in your life. And the people around you, they will see growth. They will see you doing new things. They will experience you being more creative. And you can start today, even though you feel that your balance is not very good, your coordination is not very good, your stability is not very good. You can start today and have small, incremental progress that will enable you to grow and to continue to be vital and active and dynamic in your daily life. As you grow older, you can experience personally all these things because of these exercises that I have designed and created specifically for that purpose. Remaining vital, filled with life, ready to bound out of bed in the morning. Just take a big full breath of air and be ready as the sun comes up for living that day.